You're listening to the Parts Pros podcast, the only podcast made specifically for automotive parts professionals. You're listening to the Parts Pros podcast, the only podcast made specifically for automotive parts professionals. You are listening to the Parts Pros podcast, the only podcast made specifically for automotive parts professionals.
And we talked about this before. Gen Z buying cars. Gen Z is fixing cars. They're the guys that own shops.
Never a better time to get started in it, though, I would say, than the present, because every day you don't get started, someone else is getting started, and competition just increases. And get started now is usually my advice to people. Like if they're on the fence, like, hey, just do it. And even if you're doing a little bit, not nothing, like don't do it and do nothing, but do it and at least do a little something and get started and get the ball rolling and start building a name.
There's a lot more potential here. My goal by the end of 2025 with these guys is I want to be over $100,000 in gross. And we're all in that mindset that we can do it.
We decided to go 4 times bigger in our parts department. And part of that plan was building a massive desk for all of our dedicated online staff. So right now I have 2 full-time staff that just manage our e-commerce. There's myself and another assistant manager. We also jump in. So it's almost like, 3-4 of us on it all the time. But I want to see, like, I've built up to have like 6 people that are just like full-time.
To do videos and connect with your audience. I know we have one dealer who has a YouTube series and he features Nismo parts and unboxes them and talks about installing them. And he drives a lot of business just through doing those videos. And he's kind of become an influencer almost in that space. So anything you can do to connect with the audience and, really build out your brand persona with those guys is going to go a long way.
40%, I would say, people come back. I mean, I have currently 22,350 abandoned carts, and that's all time, obviously, but that's still 22,000 people that opportunities that could have been missed, for one reason or another.
Right? Like we've even actually just recently, I forgot about this because it's only been 2 months. We hired a developer in-house. So I'm probably the only parts department that has a web developer full-time.
Also, as a moneymaker, yeah, it eats a little bit of your profit margin, but if you do it right and you build these relationships, you're going to make decent or good money from these mechanic shops and body shops. So the more I looked into it, just trying to find a filler for that wholesale relationship that I was missing, e-commerce just kind of seemed to make the most sense.
This dealership, we currently do have a robust local wholesale, but our delivery zone is usually about 60 to 80 miles in circumference around the dealership. Any further than that and it's useless. Like you're spending a ton of money on trucks, gas, employees, insurance, all this stuff to make a sale that doesn't really cover the gross.
If you're looking for agencies, I usually tell people, like, talk to them about their metrics. You want to hear things like return on marketing spend, return on ad spend. They should be able to tell you directly, like, if you spend X amount of money, we anticipate we can get you Y amount of dollars back into your dealership.
For more information on the Parts Pros and our official e-commerce sponsor, Revolution Parts, visit partsprospodcast.com. Be sure to subscribe on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, or wherever it is you catch your latest podcast, or on partsprospodcast.com so you don't miss our next episode. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next time.